I'm using to inspire myself. And I wonder if you were the same as me, that sometimes you need more than just knowing you need to do something, or indeed that you want to do something, but watching somebody else or reading about them suddenly brings you a lot more enthusiasm for starting a project. Now, when I was in primary school, I had a head teacher who, during school assemblies, really did inspire me. I'm not sure what your memories of school assemblies are. I think my memories are quite mixed. Some teachers really were quite boring, and they would be maybe reading a passage from the Bible in a very dry, dusty way, and then making school announcements, and well, I didn't enjoy those assemblies. But this one head teacher, his name was Mr. Webb. He was truly inspiring. Maybe not that anything he did himself, but the way he told stories. And I was probably 9 years of age, and I can remember some of his assemblies even now. He was an enthusiastic storyteller. He used face expressions, hand gestures. He moved around the stage, and he genuinely was interested in the subjects that he talked about. No dry, dusty parable or reading that he didn't really want to read for Mr. Webb. He would really engage with us, and we would be listening in raptures. Well, I know I was. And the type of stories he would tell, well, they obviously had a moral, about hard work, resilience, and so he would talk about people from history, inventors, sometimes stories from the Bible. And one example I remember was he would talk about Douglas Bader, the man who lost both legs he was a pilot, and he lost both legs during an acrobatic display, and he got retired out of the RAF, and this was in the 1930s, and you'd think, well, fair play to him, he should have a more peaceful life. But Douglas Bader went back to being a pilot during World War II, and he flew numerous missions during Second World War, and was captured actually and put in a prisoner of war camp at Colditz, and he was liberated and carried on flying, I think, until quite old age. And what a story of resilience, bravery, courage, not giving up. And anyway, Mr. Webb would tell these stories with a passion, and it's obviously stuck in my mind because I remember his assemblies more than anyone else's. The point I'm making is, if someone's got a passion or they present in an enthusiastic way, then very often some of that rubs off. Where am I going with this? Well, I know this year I want to do some more walking. I know I have enjoyed walking in the past, and in 2019 I did a lot of coast walks, training for a multi-day hike. I've talked about it on another video, and I know this is something I enjoy. But somehow I know we've had the pandemic, and it's meant that I haven't gone long distance any longer. I've done a lot of walks close to home, but I've lost the sense of adventure about going somewhere I've never been before on my own and setting out with a map and just going. And I think that's a real shame, and I really am committing this year to getting back a little bit of the adventuring spirit. And in order to encourage me a little, I am looking at inspiring material. I'm watching YouTube videos of people doing long distance walks, and they're doing it. Some are older, like me, some are extremely young, but it's easy to find excuses, and I think this is what's inspiring me about watching these YouTube channels. These people are not making excuses. I don't have any money, I don't have any time, I'm not fit enough, I don't have the right tent. They're just going out and they are walking from A to wherever B is, and it is genuinely very inspiring. And the other material I am looking at is books, of course. You know me, of course, it's books. And I went to the library on Saturday, and I've picked up a couple of books that I'm looking at, as well as the old favourites on my bookshelf. And I'm reading them all at the same time. They're not novels, so I don't have to concentrate, of course, but they're all like books I can pick up, have a little look, put down again. And I thought I would show you the books I'm talking about. So this is the first book, and it's one I got out of the library this week. It's an unusual title. I don't think I've ever heard it before. And he's called the book Westering. I'm still not entirely sure if that is because he is walking in a westerly direction. But the author, by the way, is Lawrence Mitchell. Now, I haven't got too far into the book, but he's describing a walk from Norfolk right across to Aberystwyth in Wales. So that's cross country from east to west. Now he is including a lot of history and detailed information on the areas he's walking through, and that again, I find that really interesting. I'll read the back so that you get an idea of what the book is about. Okay, so this is beginning in Great Yarmouth and meandering to Aberystwyth. Westering is a coast-to-coast journey traversing the Fens, East Midlands, Birmingham, the Black Country and Central Wales. It connects landscape, place and memory to evoke a narrative unravelling the deep topography, exploring a westerly route that runs against the grain of the land. Lawrence Mitchell also reveals its geology, culture and historical bedrock. With the industrial Midlands sandwiched between bucolic landscapes in East Anglia and Wales, this route takes in places that are too often overlooked. Along the way, we encounter deserted medieval villages, battlefield sites, the ghosts of Roman soldiers, valleys drowned for reservoirs, ancient forests, John Clare's beloved fields, and the urban edgelands. Notions of home and belonging, landscapes of loss and absence, wildlife, the psychology of walking, and the psychogeography of liminal places all frame the story. Well, as I said, the book is about a walk, but he does it in such a very nicely written way and really talks, as the back describes, a lot about the culture and the history of the places he's walking through. And if that's not inspiring, I don't know what is. So far, by the way, he's not doing this walk day after day. He's doing it in short chunks, and that is very appealing to me. And talking of walking, this is a book that I bought second-hand, and it's about a reasonably long-distance path near where I live, and you may have heard of it. It's quite a famous cycle route. It's called the Taff Trail, and it runs from Cardiff Bay and goes all the way to Brecon. And best part about the Taff Trail is the majority of it is traffic free. But this guidebook sort of talks you through the points of interest along the way. And it's the official guidebook by Jeff Vinter. It's a little out of date now. As I said, I bought this second hand. Yeah, this version is 1998, but of course the Taff Trail hasn't changed enormously. So, the Taff Trail is, again, combines lots of things I like. It's well laid out, traffic free, and a lot of industrial history, as you can imagine, as it goes through Cardiff and Pontypridd and Merthyr Tydfil, where all of those heavy industries were. I'll read again the back. The Taff Trail passes through some of the most beautiful and varied landscape in South Wales, running from the capital city of Cardiff to Brecon in the heart of the Beacons. This long-distance route for cyclists and walkers, offers a fascinating mixture of landscape and heritage, making use of canal towpaths and old railway tracks and tram roads. Sights to be seen along the way include the Victorian fantasy of Castelcour. I've talked about Castelcour, the fairy tale castle, on a previous video, and the Cyfarthfa ironworks, chapels and rural archaeological sites, and several nature reserves and woodland parks. So that again is something, it's a path that is accessible. You've got really good public transport access at a lot of points along the way. So, like the guy in the book I just talked about, this is something I could do over multiple days, but doing the trail in chunks, if you like. So I'm planning on setting a date to start anyway, and using this as getting me back in the flow of walking again, walking for a purpose. So yeah, another good read, and as if that wasn't enough inspiration, I have this one. Again, this is the Wales Coast Path, and I know I've shown you another personal copy that I have on the whole Wales Coast Path. I borrowed this from the library, and it is a section of the coast path, and it goes from Tenby to Swansea. And once again, my long-term goal is to walk all of the Wales Coast Path. But again, like the Taff Trail, this section is easily accessible to me because I can get to Tenby on the train and then walk to a point where I can get a bus back. And it's possible that I could do a couple of days at a time, either by taking my camper van and busing to the start point, and end point being where my camper van is, or staying in a B&B or something similar. So I have got plenty of food for thought. But as we are talking about inspiration, that is what these books and the YouTube programs are doing for me. They are inspiring me, and I'm feeling already ready to get a date in my diary to start. And I will be filming the walks. They are not going to be ASMR walks. They are going to be the traditional type of videos I've done on my other channel. But if you are interested in watching my progress, then you can look at my other channel, which is The Importance of Being. I actually haven't updated that channel since weeks before Christmas, mainly because I have been otherwise engaged with my mum, as you know, but also making these ASMR videos where I haven't really needed to go long distance. But as I said, once I start these walks I will enjoy filming them as well. So that's the update on my tools for inspiration. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know, of course, you know I love your comments. Let me know what your plans are and what you use to help inspire you to get things done. Thank you so much to those of you who watch the videos and those of you who have subscribed. Getting my numbers up is, you know, critically important for me. So I do thank you so much.